tight shoulders and hips pull you forward, a weak neck and core can't fight back. So I'm going to show you in 5 simple steps how you can correct this posture into a nice upright posture, and you'll have the strength to be able to keep it there. Hi, I'm Dr. Jess. I'm a physical therapist, and I've been obsessed with longevity for the past 20 years. Getting the most out of your body for the longest period of time is the name of the game. Step number 1 is we're going to stretch the muscles in the front of the chest, the pecs. So as you can see, you're going to have one arm anchored in a door frame. You're going to make sure that your weight is on your feet. Don't lean onto the front of that shoulder. Hold the weight a little bit further back. Now from here, you should start to feel a stretch in the front of the chest. If you don't, all you do is turn your sternum or that breastbone away, and that will pull the muscle apart. Now you'll definitely feel the stretch in the front of the chest. Hold that for 30 seconds, repeat it twice. Step number 2 is we need to open up the muscles in the front of the hips, our hip flexors. The easiest way to do this is to do a lunge stretch. So as you can see, one foot is going to be in front of the other. The key is that we're not going to lean forward in the stretch. We're going to stay nice and upright. That's what's going to get the front of this hip to start to open up. If you don't feel a pull just yet, then you can lunge forward, so putting a little bit more bend into the front knee, and that will start to tug a little bit more on the front of that hip. So it should feel like a moderate stretch or moderate pull in the front of the leg. Hold for 30 seconds, repeat it twice. Step 3, now we're going to start with the strengthening component. So if we want to strengthen an upright posture, then we're going to need to use a bunch of muscles all at once. So in a wall slide, this is easy. You don't need equipment. You're just going to back up to a flat wall. You're going to make sure that your ankles are touching. Pull that belly button in towards your spine to flatten the core. You're going to make sure the elbows and pinkies are touching the wall, and then make sure that that head is nice and upright. You're going to challenge your ability to maintain this position by making snow angels. So bringing the elbows down, and then you're going to be using all the muscles in the mid back and back of the shoulders, and then bring the arms back up again. And then you're just going to repeat, bring those elbows down and then back up. So make as many snow angels as you can. So start with about 8 reps, building into 20 to 30. This is high repetition, so you get the endurance to maintain that upright posture for a long period of time. And if you don't have the range to be able to get flat against the wall because you are too tight, then you can come into the corner, and that would be the modification. You still want it to be a challenge where you're having to work to keep the elbows touching and the pinkies touching, but you're not going to work as hard, and then you would progress to be able to get flat to the wall as you do that pec stretching. The next strengthening activity that we're going to do for that posture is called a bird dog. So this is a great exercise because you're going to be getting all of the muscles through the neck, the shoulder, the core, and the hips working all at the same time. What makes this exercise hard is that you're going from 4 points of contact on the ground to 2 and having to stabilize in this position. So real time of what this exercise looks like is that you're going to be alternating arms and legs. So this hand's going to come down, and then you're going to switch and lift the opposite arm, opposite leg. Those come back down, and then you're going to switch opposite arm, opposite leg. So you're going to go to about a count of 10 to 15. Again, we're looking for endurance, this isn't power, this is endurance. Now, if this exercise feels like it's easy, you can take it a next step by bringing the elbow to the knee and doing repeats on the same side. So that will make sure that you get some more activation of the obliques in addition to the deep core, shoulder, and hip stabilizers. Now that we've got the front and back of the body strengthened, our last step is to strengthen the side of the body. So this is going to include your obliques and your lateral glutes, which are really important for being able to maintain proper rotation while we're walking or standing and reaching. So one of my favorites is a side plank. In the side plank, you're going to have the elbow stacked right underneath the shoulder, so this is nice and strong. You're going to lift the hips off the ground. Make sure that you're not forward bent, like squeeze the glutes so you're in a nice straight line. And you start with just weight bearing on the knee. If that feels like it's a little bit too easy, then you can turn this into a full side plank. So you're going to put your feet completely straight, and then you're going to lift from there. Now, all of this is based on endurance. So if you start with a 5-second hold, repeat 10 times. From there, the whole time just goes up. And so you can hold for a minute, maybe a minute and a half. And that again is just going to continue to work on your endurance. Now you know the 5 simple steps to correct your posture. Stretch the front of your chest and the front of the hips, and then strengthen all 3 planes of the body, the front, the back, and the sides. So leave the comment in what exercise you love the most, and make sure to subscribe so you see what's coming up next week.